Welcome back to the News at 10. Our Saviour's Church, Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion, has held this year's edition of their Adult Harvest, tagged Harvesting the Blessings of Preparedness. Among the special guests at today's Thanksgiving were the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, and the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Major General Ike Nwachukwu. Now, members and guests offered praises and prayers and thanksgiving to God for his provision all through the year.
As early as 7 a.m., faithfuls started making their way to our Saviour's Church in Lagos. Today's service has been heavily skewed towards one agenda: Thanksgiving. It's the 2015 Feast of Adult Harvest, which has become a yearly event primarily to offer sacrifices or thanksgiving to God. That reflected quite visibly in the order of service, the hymns, Bible reading, drama, and more.
Hey, Titus! Titus in your you have poo-pooed in the church, Titus!
Of particular mention is the velvet voices of the choir, locking the atmosphere with compelling sobriety and heart-lifting songs. There is a guest preacher for today's service, and when he mounted the rostrum, he reminded the parishioners how timely, godly, and biblical it is to thank God.
Leviticus chapter 23, verses 15 to 22. In it, the children of Israel were to remember the favor of God and that they planted and had bumper harvest. I don't know whether you planted and you got very little and you are angry at God. There are many people who are angry at God today, desperately angry. I plead with you, retrace your steps. Come to him and say, God, I thank you, even for the little that my farm has produced. I thank you for it. The little that I have got from my life, I'm bringing it to you. Because everything I am, all that I have, is yours.
Derived from the 6 festivals commanded by God, the preacher also reminded everyone that they are the ultimate harvest and so must be prepared to be received by God.
The life you are living now, you are going to become a harvest. Either harvest for damnation or harvest for bliss, for joy. Living with God in eternity is your choice. There are 2 destinations, no neutral ground. In spiritual matters, there are 2 places your spirit will go to when you die. Heaven or hell. It is by choice.
The song after the message was just apt. Finally, everyone got an opportunity to express their gratitude to God by singing, dancing, and their substance.
God has been very magnanimous to us. He's been very merciful. He's blessed us abundantly as a church, as individuals, and even as a nation in spite of all our problems. So it is only proper that we should come back to God and say, God, we are grateful to you.
We've got so much to be grateful for. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
A 4-year-old girl is among the injured victims of a gas explosion that occurred in the Oworonshoki area of Lagos State. The blast is believed to have been caused by the compressor of one of the deep freezers used in beer parlors. The Lagos State Police Commissioner, Mr. Fatai Owuseni, said as a minor it was a minor incident that occurred at L&K bus stop along Oworo Road, where a wine shop went up in flames caused by a leaking refrigerator gas cylinder, and no death was recorded. A Lagos State Police Command has reassured residents of their security and prompt response to emergencies. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Navy has warned its personnel against abusing the rights of civilians within or outside their environment. This according to the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Atiku Abdul Kadir, is in its bid to maintain cordial civil-military relations. Rear Admiral Abdul Kadir gave the warning in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, as he addressed ratings and officers after familiarization tour of units under the Eastern Naval Command. He said the Navy will not spare any of its officers caught in illegal activities or infringing on the rights of civilians.
We all operate as uniformed men, but we relate with the public. It is expected that we do not abuse the rights of fellow civilians, our brothers and sisters, who we have sworn to protect. We must also be firm and resolute in the performance of our duties, but respect the rights of the civilian populace. There's a lot of wrong perception about the military. Some almost not very correct, but sometimes can be justifiable. We sometimes perform our duties or conduct ourselves trying to do the right thing, but because we are not observing basic rules, it can easily be interpreted as if we are doing something that is wrong.
Turning to health now, for an efficient system to be achieved in Nigeria, there must be the right complement of healthcare leaders who have the ability to effectively manage healthcare systems and institutions. That's the idea propelling the Private Sector Health Alliance of Nigeria and its partners is setting up an academy to impart leadership skills on healthcare professionals. Our correspondent, Yomi Otaigbe, was at the inaugural launch of the Healthcare Leadership Academy in Lagos and reports.
In this hall are stakeholders and some of the participants in the Healthcare Leadership Academy program. The academy is the brainchild of the Private Sector Health Alliance of Nigeria, PHN, in collaboration with Health Strategy and Development Foundation and Epi-Afrique. For a group of healthcare practitioners, particularly healthcare executives in both the public and private sectors who are trained in their various fields, why the need for this new skill?
The skills that are needed to treat a patient, either in infectious diseases or to do a surgical operation on a patient, or to compound a medication as a pharmacist, or to do some very complex laboratory testing as a laboratory scientist, or to care for a patient as a nurse. They are not necessarily the same competencies that are needed to lead a team in terms of mobilizing, setting goals, and actually delivering as a system to the expectation of the people. And I think this is where the Healthcare Leadership Academy really comes in.
Now this program, it's unique in many respects. It's an integrated program, so it combines 4 modules. The modules are financial management, quality improvement, organizational leadership, and population health.
Behind this academy are different institutions of learning.
We are excited to have brokered this partnership between the likes of University of Cambridge, Duke University, the Lagos Business School, HSDF, Epi-Afrique, as well as other partners in the public sector. We seek to have about 3 programs running every year, and we're pleased that we have partners who have committed to doing this over the long haul.
The Healthcare Leadership Academy is a critical initiative that we believe will help to close the gap the deficiency in leadership among healthcare practitioners.
The course content will be delivered over the first 10 weekends of the program, and the about 30 participants will then undertake a 9-month fellowship, during which they are expected to directly apply all that they have learned to their respective healthcare organizations. Yomi Otaigbe reporting for Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Vincent Nyama and Ahmed Musa make CAF 37-man shortlist for the 2015 African Footballer of the Year. We'll have details in sports news. Please stay with us.